Hello and welcome to the Schaefer Center here on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University. I am Adam Ferguson, my broadcast partner for tonight, John Cookman. John, doubleheader coming your way. It's the Battle of 287.
I know it is. This is so exciting.
Texas Wesleyan versus SAGU, of course. Now, due to some inclement weather heading our way here in the DFW area, we are tipping off about an hour early here. We were scheduled for 6 o'clock.
But the refs are here, so
we're ready to play.
Go early.
We're ready. So we're going to throw it to Kristen Urban, our courtside reporter, who's with Coach Phillips, to talk about this big matchup against Texas Wesleyan. Kristen, what's Coach have to say?
Thanks, Adam. Coach Phillips, how did you prepare your girls for tonight's game?
Well, I mean, obviously we had a practice yesterday where we went through some stuff, the basic stuff that Texas Wesleyan is going to do. We want to try to keep things light, just to make sure that everybody understands, hey, we need to win this game, but also it's more than just about that. So I feel like the girls are really prepared today. I feel like they're prepared every game, but just the sense in the locker room that I get and then our shoot-around in practice, it just feels like a really good game for us, I think.
Texas Wesleyan is coming off back-to-back wins. How do you plan on stopping their momentum tonight?
Well, we have to come out to a fast start, obviously, to let them know that, hey, we're here, we're ready to play, and we're going to try to slow you down a little bit. Obviously, Gleason is a great player. She was player of the week this week in the Sooner, so we've got to slow her down, and I think if we slow her down, we slow them down.
Thanks, Coach Phillips, and good luck tonight. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Coach Phillips. John, this Texas Wesleyan Lady Rams team, 5-11 on the season, but winning 2 in a row, including a 20-point win against John Brown, who the Lady Lions fell to on Saturday.
That's right. Well, it's no secret that the Lady Rams are down this year. They're lacking a little bit of the height that they've had historically, so their post-game not as prevalent as in years past. Doesn't mean that they can't get it together, put on a string of wins, and still be right there in the long run. But this is definitely a different feeling team than has been in the past. I think they could get it done from the three-point line, but that's really where it's got to come from.
You mentioned the three-point line. Their leading scorer, Nicole Gleason, shooting 40% from the line, from the three-point line this season.
And that's really come on as of late. She is continually getting better and better as the season goes on.
And a couple other names you want to watch here for Texas Wesleyan and the Lady Rams. Felicia Fuller, also averaging double digits per game this year, as well as Evie Horley, who down low is going to be a force. You mentioned the paint game's not as good this year. When it does run well, it is run through Horley.
That's right. And hopefully they'll be able to put things together and give a good, solid performance down in the paint. We're just not looking for a lot of paint production because it's going to always be initiated with the first look at the perimeter.
And on the other side, the Lady Lions, still led by sophomore Lexi Rich, averaging still over 15 points a game, really had a big game last time against John Brown, as well on the other side as Kenzie Martin, who just shooting the lights out lately, John.
Yeah, she's kind of in this streaky shooter mode. Once she heats up, boom, you can count on it. It took her about 7 or 8 shots in the first half to miss before she got hot. But I don't think it'll be that way. This is a 2-3 defense that they're going to be looking at primarily all night. If they come out of the 2-3, it won't be for many possessions. 2-3 is notoriously easier to work around that perimeter game.
And look for Kiara Glenn, the freshman point guard, to maybe do a little bit of a facilitating off the drive tonight, kicking it out to a Lexi Rich or a Kenzie Martin.
Well, JBU did a great job on Saturday isolating Kiara Glenn out of the game. They just really stacked down on her, kept her from any production. Not tonight. Kiara Glenn has told us that she is going to make sure she gets inserted in this offense.
We're going to send you live courtside for the opening prayer, national anthem, and announcement of the starting lineups in Game 1 of our doubleheader right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. We hope you enjoy this contest. At this time, we would ask everyone to stand and move your head as we honor God with an invocation. Then please remain standing and face the flag as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem. Dear God, we just thank you for another day we weren't promised, God. Thank you for breath in our lungs, God. And God, as this game goes, God, I just pray that there's player safety and official safety, God. And as the game is over, God, that there's traveling mercies, God. God, I just pray over health and protection, God. Amen. And the starting lineup for the Lady Rams. Number 0, position guard, 5'6" junior, Adrian Davis. Number 2 guard, 5'6" junior, Kara Cinderella. At guard, 5'5" freshman, Eva Worley. At guard, 5'7" junior, number 24, Lexi Burns. Coming in at guard, 5'11" sophomore, number 30, Nicole Gleason. Head coach for the Lady Rams is Steve Tracer. Now the starting lineup for your Lady Lions. Number 1, freshman guard at 5'5", Kiara Glenn. At guard, 5'5" senior, number 14, Ebony Colbert. At guard, sophomore, 5'8", number 20, Lexi Rich. At guard, junior, 6'2", number 24, Mackenzie Martin. And at forward, 6' junior, number 32, Lonnie Legal. Head coach for the Lady Lions is Tiffany Phillips, assistant coach is Taylor Hill, and graduate assistant coach is Sherry Page. The officials for this contest are Izzy Seals, Gator Parrish, and Chandra Swan.
There you have it, the starting lineups as we get ready to go underway here in game 1 of our doubleheader. John, you are pumped!
Yeah!
Battle for 287, the SAGU Lions versus the Texas Wesleyan Rams. Always a fun game.
These rivalry games really, I don't know, they just get my blood pressure up just a little, in a healthy way.
Would you say you're a little bit looser here after a Patriots victory this past Saturday?
I would. I was a bit nervous with that.
You were tense on Saturday.
Yeah, with that in the back of my mind, I was like, the Titans are going to beat us? Oh, no.
The Lady Lions win the tip, and we are underway here in quarter number 1 between the Lady Rams and the Lady Lions. Ebony Colbert with it over to Lexi Rich, and here you see that 2-3 zone as they shift side to side. Rich kicks out to Colbert. Here's Kiara Glenn driving. And
she drug her foot
for a travel.
Just a little bit, but I like what I saw there from Kiara Glenn. She doesn't have anybody personally in her personal space today, unlike Saturday when they were double teaming her and just all in her grill. She could not get loose. If she can find a way to penetrate like that, she will make some really key buckets today.
First possession of the day for the Lady Lions results in a turnover. Here comes Texas Wesleyan, and that ball is going to be stripped out of bounds, stays here with the Lady Rams.
Good defense by Lexi Rich right there. Got to be careful going into the paint like that. It's easy to get a foul call with your hands down below the waist, but she defended very well. Referee clearly saw she had her hand on the ball.
Here is Worley. She's going to kick it over to Adriana Davis. Davis finding a three-point attempt up, and it's good. What a shot by Kara Ciccarella.
And as we had mentioned in the pregame, that this offense runs from the perimeter first and then secondarily down to the low post.
Ciccarella averages just under 8 points a game. The SAGU answers back with a three of their own from Ebony Colbert, and they tie it back up.
That's not usually what you will see Ebony Colbert do. That is not her role on the team, but it is great to get that confidence going quickly.
Ciccarella kicks it back out, and Texas Wesleyan has to reset. Worley loses it for a second, back out. Here's Ciccarella driving baseline, kicks it to Davis, mid-range jumper up, no good. Dottie Diggles comes down with the rebound. Glenn gets it over to Kenzie Martin from the NAIA logo. It's good, Kenzie Martin. You said it. It's not going to take long for her to get into the rhythm today.
Yeah, I think that that was a bit of an anomaly last game for her to miss 8 shots in a row. You just don't see that from Kenzie Martin.
From the NAIA logo, I think the last time I've seen someone taking a three-pointer that confident, I was playing with you, John.
Was that you shooting or me?
That's you. The Lady Lions, good defense as they approach under 5 seconds here. They got to do something. 1 second, that's going to be a shot clock violation. The Lady Lions with good defense.
Great defense right there. And as you see, Coach Tiffany Phillips just absolutely delighted and shouting in joy because of anytime you see your team play great defense, and that was not the case on Saturday night.
Kiara Glenn now looking for a way to break this 2-3 zone. Lexi Rich to the corner for Martin. A mid-range jumper this time is good. Kenzie Martin showing the ability to shoot it from all spots on the
That's right, a little bit longer mid-range shot. I would say that was 13 foot out in the corner. Very, very tough shot to size up. She did it with ease.
Driving hard is Davis. The layup no good. Dottie Diggles with the rebound. Here comes Kiara Glenn. Driving hard, kicking it out to Lexi Rich. Thought about the three. Going to kick it back out to Glenn, driving baseline. Contact made, and that's going to be a turnover. Just try to get it in down low to Dottie Diggles, and here comes Texas Wesleyan in transition. Layup is good. Ebony Colbert doing a good job of pestering defense without fouling.
That was actually great defense by Ebony Colbert. She took the low instead of trying to go on the backside to scare her. She just drove in and made her think about it, and that's the way you do it if you're a young ball player. Just rush in.
Three-point attempt. Wow! Up and good. Kenzie Martin gets the bucket, and then away from the ball, a foul is going to be called. Lexi Rich was fouled, so count that shot.
And, well, this means that they will get the ball back down low. Chance for a 5-point play.
Kenzie Martin hitting the shot. Lexi Rich getting fouled. And the Lady Lions hitting everything right now.
3 for 3, Kenzie Martin.
Here is Lexi Rich. Kicking it out. Ebony Colbert for three again. Is good. Ebony Colbert feeling it. 2 for 2 to start the game. And a timeout by Texas Wesleyan as they try to figure out this Lions offense.
Wow, what you are seeing here right now is the exact opposite of what the Lady Lions were doing on Saturday, which they couldn't buy a bucket. Now they can't miss. Lights out.
Head coach Steve Tracer wants a timeout, and the Lady Lions rolling right now, 14-5. Can't ask for a better start than this if you're the Lady Lions. And Coach Phillips of course, has to be very pleased with this start.
Oh, she was, because she came off of that bench. I haven't seen a vertical on her like that, man. She was a good 12 inches off the ground.
In heels, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Here comes Texas Wesleyan. Kara Ciccarella looking to stop this Lady Lions run. Pass down low, here's Evie. Kicks it out, thought about the three, gonna drive hard. Left-handed layup up, no good. Ebony Colbert with the rebound. Almost loses it for a second. Colbert head up, looking for a player. She can dish it off to, down low to Diggles. Working it inside out, Glenn. Over to Martin, thought about it. Here's Colbert. Driving, kicking it out to Glenn. She's got a wide open three, but foot on the line.
Yeah, she stepped back just barely to really get the balance. See if we can see it here. Nope.
Tough break for the Lady Lions. That was a wide open shot for Glenn. They're doing the right things here, working inside out.
Ball rotation was fantastic there.
Here you see number 30, Nicole Gleason, the leading scorer for this Texas Wesleyan team, just over 12 points a game. Again, wearing number 30. Tough layup up and in. Good take that time by Lexi Burns.
That was a great move, isolating her player and just getting around her very quick.
Here is Lexi Rich, guarded by Lexi Burns, gets it poked away and turned over. Here's Ciccarella kicking it out to Burns. Burns gonna drive, and then fouled hard by Kiara Glenn. Kiara thinks she got most of the ball there on the driving Burns.
Well, she jumped up and she was she kind of umbrellaed this. As you see, she'll be leaning over right there, and you can't stick your hand over and just not think that the ref's not going to call anything.
Lexi Burns hits the first free throw, the lefty for Texas Wesleyan. Second free throw is up and it's good.
Beautiful free throw shot.
She cuts the lead back down to 5 as the Lady Lions were on a tear there. Out of the timeout, they still have not scored. Here is Glenn. Working it around the perimeter, trying to find an open three-point shot. Glenn taking a deep three, no good, air ball. Kenzie Martin couldn't get there, and the Lady Lions, a poor offensive possession that time, just couldn't find a shot.
Well, I like to see the way they were working it around, and they're finding the open gaps in this 2-3 zone. I just don't think that Glenn, that's not her specialty, really not her role. She's going to find herself wide open a lot, because I think the scouting report has her as being one of the least favorable three-point shooters there. And they may try to live with doubling down on someone else.
Lexi Burns, three-point attempt in and out. No good. Dottie Diggles with the rebound. And here come the Lady Lions. Ebony Colbert leading the way right now. Colbert driving, kicking it over Martin. A long three from the logo. Mackenzie Martin can't find the net, or can't find the bottom of the net, rather. Another confident shot. You got to like to see her step into it and take that three. And then a whistle.
I really don't like that call there. Mackenzie Martin was just trying to get position, and if you could see, she comes around her, not really holding on there. She let go, so I wouldn't call that pass interference at all.
Inbound from the baseline by Lexi Burns. Getting it out to Sanchez. Kicking it over to Gleason. Poorly, here comes Ciccarella. Good spin move. Gets it out to Sanchez, works it around to Lexi Burns. Burns kicking it back out to Horley. Another lefty up and no good. Glenn with the rebound up ahead. Here come the Lady Lions. Ebony Colbert guarded by Ciccarella. Glenn has Rich open. She can shoot it from that logo, but they have not been able to work it around to her. Kenzie Martin gets it stripped away by Lexi Burns. Texas Wesleyan, a couple of turnovers in a row here, and they got a chance to battle back. Here's Gleason guarded by Rich. Crossing over, going to her left, layup up, no good, but she gets fouled on the way up. She's going to go to the line here for 2.
Foul was on number 20, Lexi Rich.
And they're going to call that
Oh, yeah,
Lexi Rich.
that looked like a foul.
Gleason's first free throw is good.
Gleason is a very fine shooter. And I could just tell the way she catches the ball and passes it. She is a very, very talented player.
Gleason's second free throw, no good. Dottie Diggles with the rebound. The Lady Lions keep a 4-point lead for the time being. Here's Kiara Glenn over to Colbert. Lexi Rich in the corner, driving it, or passing it rather to Kiara Glenn. Gets her person in the air. And here's Diggles. Thought about the mid-range jumper. Here's Lexi Rich. Thinking about the step back. They have 5 seconds. They got to make something work here. Colbert with 2 seconds. Got to get up. Glenn does get the shot up. It's no good. An air ball. And then a shot clock violation against the Lady Lions.
Well, the 2-3 pressure from the Lady Rams seems to be a bit token at best, and I think maybe the adjustment here is to take your big man off of the top there, let Kiara go ahead and run the top, keep your big man down low, and running the wheel through the paint, and have Lexi and Kenzie Martin, your 2 3-point shooters on either side. Make sure you spread that 2-3 out, and I think they're going to give you a lot of looks. Just take them.
Driving hard to the basket that time was Felicia Fuller. She gets fouled by Sydney Meter, who just checked into the game for Kenzie Martin. First free throw attempt is good. Sydney Meter, who played very well this past game against John Brown. Maybe not going to show up on the stat sheet, but a lot of the things that she did really helped SAGU keep that game close as the third quarter kind of wound down and they had a big lead.
She does. She's got a good sense of where the ball should be, is going, and finds herself in all the right places. And also, like you said, she's very good at those intangible type of stat lines that it doesn't show up.
Here is Meter up, no good. She had a good look at that one, but Nicole Gleason with some good recovery defense. Here's Gleason driving hard, kicks it out to Sanchez. Tough layup, no good. Rebound by Diggles, and up ahead to Glenn. 3-point game. Texas Wesleyan down 14-11. And a whistle. They're going to call Kiara Glenn on a travel.
Let's look at this again. I didn't see it. Not sure what the ref saw there.
Here is Fuller driving baseline on Meter. Good mid-range look, no good. And then a foul against Texas Wesleyan.
Over the back.
Going to be Lady Lions ball. Checking in for the first time is Amadou for the Lady Lions. Had a good game last time. Seems like Amadou is one of the players that fights for rebounds the hardest for the Lady Lions.
Oh, absolutely.
Meter thought
Atunwa and Amadou. I think that's Atunwa that came in, not Amadou.
3-second violation against the Lady Lions. You're correct, John, that it is Atunwa comes into the game, not Amadou. But Atunwa and Amadou both play sort of the same game.
Very similar. When you have them both in the game, you're really trying to wrap up all those rebounds. They both can consume them.
Texas Wesleyan still down 3. The Lady Lions have yet to score out of that last timeout. Tough layup for Texas Wesleyan.
And it's been a while since the Lady Lions have scored. They went on that very, very hot streak of shooting and then cooled down.
Atunwa kicking it out to Lexi Rich. Rich over to Meter. Out to Kiara Glenn. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Colbert cut off, double team. Oh, fakes the defender out. 3-pointer on the way from Colbert. No good. Good ball fake to get an open shot. Up ahead, great pass to Fuller. Fuller converts the layup, and Texas Wesleyan has the lead 15-14, under 40 left to play here in the first quarter.
Great execution there on the fast break. Good head-up play. That's why you always keep your eyes forward so you can see those passing lanes.
Here we see Atunwa fighting for the rebound, tried to go back up with it, loses possession, and that's going to be Texas Wesleyan ball, and the Lady Lions still cannot find a bucket.
Ebony trying to force it there just a little too much. She's good down low like that, but too much contact. She's got to learn how to rethink about that really quickly and maybe get the pass out. They collapsed on her. Someone open outside. You got to find that.
Long three on the way, no good. Short rebound by Atunawa. Can get it up the court. They've got to maybe get a chance here. Here's Lexi Rich, and the buzzer goes off. No shot attempt for the Lady Lions, and they're going to head into the second quarter down 15-14. What a drought here for the Lady Lions offensively.
Yeah, that was, they went, the well was overflowing, and then all of a sudden someone turned the water spout all the way off.
10-0 run for Texas Wesleyan as they were down 14-5 going into that timeout that they called.
And that was that's great, just focus by the Lady Rams there to not get in a state of panic, but realize, hey, we're going to chip away at this. We're going to get a run. We're going to be able to make something happen. They're not going to shoot the lights out the whole game. And that's the way, that's just good coaching. When you get over there, you remind them that it's not going to be this way the whole game. So just do what you're supposed to do, play your role, and good things will happen.
And you know what they say, John, it's probably one of the most, one of the biggest cliches in basketball. It's a game of runs, and it really is. And right now, Texas Wesleyan is on one. And if you're the Lady Lions, it's as simple as finding a stop and going on one of your own.
Yeah, they also got away, and I don't know if they felt like Texas Wesleyan changed up that defensive scheme and went more umbrella over the top with a 3-2 instead of a 2-3. But they got away, SAGU did, offensively, from shooting the perimeter shot as much. And I felt like there was some looks there that they just passed up.
And there you see the big number, points off turnovers. Texas Wesleyan, 12 of their 15 points on the day have come after a SAGU turnover.
And that's what killed them on Saturday night against John Brown University.
Three-pointer up, no good. That one shot by Alicia Llewellyn. And here is Glenn off of the Texas Wesleyan miss. Atunawa over to Lexi Rich, and you are right. There's what looks like a 3-2 defense being run by Texas Wesleyan. Here's Rich from the corner, three ball up long. Atunawa trying to come down with the rebound. It's going to stay with the Lady Lions as it goes off the hands of Evie Horley.
I like the look there. Lexi's just got to get a little better squared up quicker, get that released, and her confidence will come back to her.
Dottie Diggles looking for that mid-range jumper, no good. First attempt really on the day for Diggles, and she cannot find the basket. Driving baseline and a travel called against Texas Wesleyan. There you see it here, driving baseline, picked up the dribble, just to kind of tiptoe the sideline.
Yep, picked up that pivot foot.
Glenn out to Martin, who sat for the last 2 or 3 minutes of that first quarter. Down low to Diggles. Diggles hook shot, no good. Good rebound. Atunawa up and strong with it, and the Lady Lions finally score from about halfway through that first quarter. They find a bucket and go back up one.
I love that play. I love that they're going down low, trying to get Dottie Diggles involved. And, of course, Atunawa does what she does best, is just getting those rebounds offensively and defensively. But she was there to save the day. And then
Alicia Fuller from deep.
Wow, that was really long.
Alicia Fuller, of course, one of the players we talked about pregame. She does average about 10 points a game for the Lady Rams squad. And already today, she's got 6 after that three-point attempt. Atunawa hits a shot of her own. The mid-range just inside the foul line that time for Atunawa.
And we're seeing Atunawa grow up right in front of your eyes. She's starting to be more patient once she gets the ball in her hand and making good with it. That confidence showing. Look at the defense.
Atunawa poking it loose, and Kiara Glenn fighting for it. It's still going to be Lady Rams ball. They did not get clear possession, did the Lady Lions. So it's then going to be just 12 seconds for Texas Wesleyan here on the shot clock.
Really like to see that aggressive, get on the floor type of play from the Lady Lions. They're coming out here to try to win this game.
Inbound pass deep past the half court. 7 left on the shot clock. Now under 5. They've got to get something moving here. Long 3 from Fuller's up, no good. Off the back rim, Atunwa with the rebound. Dominating the boards right now.
She is, and that's what she does so well. She's going to find that she'll pick up a lot of points, too, if she keeps doing that on the offensive side.
Martin maybe had a shot at a 3, but a looping pass. Here's Taylor Sims, rather. And then a call against Atunwa. Going to catch her for what maybe looks like a traveling violation down low in the paint. And there you see it kind of gathered. A little bit too many steps there. Couldn't really ever establish a pivot foot.
Yeah, well, what happened is she established it, but she over-rotated on her heel, and that's a sure sign that you didn't stick. You got to stay on the ball of your feet when you rotate on a pivot foot, or it'll get called every time.
Lorian Benjamin checks into the game for Texas Wesleyan. Long 2 on the way, no good. That was off the hands that time of Alicia Llewellyn. Here comes Taylor Sims getting her first action of the day for SAGU. Over to Diggles. Diggles looked like she thought about the 3. Here's Martin. Wide open 3 for Kenzie Martin, and it's good. Kenzie Martin.
And that's the well you've got to go to until they can prove they really guarded. Just because she misses doesn't mean you need to necessarily go away from it. They need to run that play every time.
11 points for Kenzie Martin as she hits her 3rd 3 of the game. Good move down low by Fuller. Swatted away by Diggles. And
no,
Atunwa.
that's Corday.
That is, you're right. Amadou swats it away. Now, Diggles with the block, and Amadou can't bring it in. So I'm getting all kinds of confused right now.
That's all right. That was a good play by Corday. She just got in. She's still trying to get her legs up under and get in the flow of the game. And at least she's making things happen. And that's one thing she does. She kind of causes some good chaos to happen in that paint.
Here is Taylor Sims. Picks up by Amadou, and she's going to get fouled out on the perimeter.
Really would like to see Taylor Sims jab step that and make good use of that pick. That's a very big player in Amadou up there. No reason why you shouldn't be able to get loose off of a good pick. Amadou can set a great pick. Just got to run your player off of it. Great
Down low,
pass.
Amadou is going to get it blocked as she tried to go up with it. Good defense there by Adriana Davis. Tried to down low, not Davis. She tried to draw a foul on Amadou, but she tried to go up strong. SAGU keeps possession here. 21 left on the shot clock. Thinking about up. Here's Martin. Lexi Rich now in the corner. Tried to get it down low. Amadou down to the floor to get that. Lexi Rich, 3-pointer on the way, is good. Lexi Rich.
Yeah, if she gets any space, any time, she's got a high percentage 3-point shot.
Late whistle. Lexi Rich, good defense on the other end, and the whistle coming from the official way down the court.
And they're going to get her. They're going to ring her up for it. Yeah, she totally missed. And because 15 fell on the ground, you get a late whistle like that because you just assume. That's why the referee that's not in line to make that call shouldn't make that call. Because you can assume, but, well, we all know what happens when you assume.
Second free throw from Evie Horley is up and good. SAGU still holding up to a 24-20 lead. Taylor Sims still in the game. Looking to facilitate a little bit here as Kiara Glenn is on the bench now. Kenzie Martin, a lot of size on the floor right now for the Lady Lions, and Martin, Amadou, and Diggles. Amadou just loses it there. That's going to be Texas Wesleyan ball.
Just a little too excited. She got the pass in. Good, great entry pass. And Got those size 13 shoes in the way.
Here's Orley out to Burns. Burns driving hard, left-handed shot up and good.
Wow.
Lexi Burns, an athletic finish.
She is such an great athletic player. Has great vertical. Uh-oh.
And then a 5-second violation. Oh, no, we're
Or a
going to actually get a
timeout.
timeout.
Saved her.
To say it's a quick 5-second violation.
That was the coach's timeout right there. Came from the sideline. Just to kind of make sure they didn't get the violation, because you definitely don't want that violation.
Absolutely not. Not on an inbounds.
Well, not on a inbounds that only had one defender down there as well.
There's no help coming the way of for the Lady Lions on that inbound. So Coach Phillips using a timeout. Each team has 4 left in this half. The Lady Lions holding on to a 2-point lead, 24-22, as they have finally started to maybe find a little bit of rhythm on offense. Ebony Colbert inbounding it now to Taylor Sims.
Yeah, it's the good rhythm, too. It's not the one that comes in a big burst. It's the kind that makes you feel like, oh, you got the game under control. You're doing the right things. This is just what the doctor ordered.
Kenzie Martin has a good look at it, and it's good. Kenzie Martin, the feed from Taylor Sims.
Such good feel from long distance. I mean, she's one of the best female three-point shooters I've ever seen.
14 points for Kenzie Martin in the first half. We're still 4.5 away from the end of the second quarter. Martin gets a rebound. She might have 20 by the time we hit halftime.
Well,
the way she's shooting, that's just 2 more shots.
Yeah, very easy.
Taylor Sims passes up a look, and she's going to try to drive, but get called for a travel. Took off a little too early, it looks like, without dribbling. Have a better look at it here.
I see that. I see what the ref saw there. Delayed dribble.
5-point lead now for the Lady Lions, 27-22. Adriana Davis maybe thought about that.
Another travel.
For a travel.
Yep.
That one's pretty easy to see.
Watch the left foot. Right? It jumps up before the dribble happened.
Adriana Davis getting called for a travel right after Taylor Sims got called for one. Here is Sims now leading this offense. Here's Colbert looking to break this zone defense. Martin doing a good job of keeping possession. Here's Sims over in the corner, finds Meter. Beating Diggles down low. Diggles triple teamed out to Colbert for a wide open 3, and it's good. Ebony Colbert hitting another 3 of her own. That's her third of the game.
My goodness.
Ebony Colbert with 9 points, all coming from the 3-point line.
Just not what you normally see, but Ebony Colbert reminding everybody she's the real deal. She could do it from all the spots on the court.
Beautiful backdoor pass that time to Nicole Gleason, and she gets as easy as a look as you're going to get down low.
Well, and that's the scouting report on this young SAGU team. They haven't learned to cover up that back door quite well enough yet, and we saw John Brown just absolutely abuse it.
3-pointer from Meter, no good. Driving hard on Meter is
great play.
Good defense by Martin. She's able to tip that rebound to the teammate, and then a collision at half court. It's going to be a foul against Texas Wesleyan. Kenzie Martin, good position, got the ball to Meter, and then collides.
Yeah, and she gets up, gives the coach a thumbs up. I'm not ready to come out, coach. Just came in.
Here is Meter. Back to Sims. To Martin, another call here on Texas. That's the second time that they've kind of tried to fight through a pick and gotten called for it.
Well, and on this one, just obvious, uses the upper body. Watch 15 here come through, holding, and just pushes off.
Second time Evie Horley's been called for that same foul. That is her second of the game.
I will say that that Meter was moving slightly. She's got to be careful, keep still. Could have been a moving pick.
Taylor Sims, good ball fake to get the defense moving. It looked like she may have had a shot there, but elected to try to work it around the key. And the tip pass out of bounds. The Lady Lions, 17 seconds here on the shot clock. Here is Sims. Texas Wesleyan switching back to that 2-3 that they started the game with. Good move by Sims, driving hard, dumping it down low for Diggles. Out to Colbert, thought about shooting it. And then a 3-second violation. That one on Dottie Diggles. Camped down low too long.
I think that might have been a 6-second violation there. There's 2 of them in there. Look, they just don't clear.
Gleason with the ball now, crossing over. And good job by Diggles to knock that one out of bounds. Stays with Texas Wesleyan. Coming up on 2 minutes left here in the first half. Lady Lions holding on to a 6-point lead, 30-24. Lexi Burns finds Fuller. Fuller driving, try to get it out to Ciccarella off the right hand. She looked like she was about to shoot it, maybe tried to go into that motion a little too early. Kicks off the hand, it's going to be SAGU ball. As Taylor Sims checks out and Kiara Glenn checks in. Looked a little odd. Coach is looking for a travel. Steve Tracer put his hands up. That did look weird. But
it was definitely awkward, and Glenn very fortunate to throw that in a position where the defensive player accidentally swipes at it, gets her hand, just kind of caught up with it.
Here is Glenn over to Colbert. Again, Colbert has 9 points all off the three-pointer in this half. Working it around. Here's Meter down low to Diggles. Diggles, good pass to the cutting Colbert up. No good. Diggles fought for the rebound, but is brought in by Gleason. A good pass. Ebony Colbert had a good look at that.
I love that Coach Phillips is now, we're starting to see some adjustments and really sending cutters across the lane.
And there we see the lack of rebounding that the Lady Lions kind of have been plagued with the last couple of games. Nobody.
Yeah, just ran away from that. That side was totally clear. No reason that the smaller guard should be able to be able just to have a tap back like that.
Dottie Diggles, no good. Kiara Glenn, the offensive rebound, tries to get it to Colbert, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. And Texas Wesleyan takes over possession with 45 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Another unforced turnover for the Lady Lions. Too many this game, and it's allowed to keep this game close. Again, holding on to a 4-point lead, 30-26. Here is Gleason, guarded by Colbert. Goes to the left, kicks it out to Burns, gets her man in the air. Ciccarella kicks it out to Fuller. Fuller's got a good mid-range jumper. In and out, no good. The Lady Lions can hold it for last possession. We've seen them take quick shots when there's no shot clock here this year.
She was looking for a security guard running down there. Back said, "There's a thief in the house. I need you to arrest that rim."
Ebony Colbert, shot goes up and it goes off the net, hits nothing. Possession going to stay with the Lady Lions here. They can still get a shot up.
Very fortunate she did not get the foul call.
Kenzie Martin almost looks like a volleyball player, sets it up there. No good. The Lady Lions are going to go into halftime leading 30-26. It looked like that they did hit a huge scoring drought in that first quarter, but fortunately they were able to find a little momentum, and they take a 4-point lead into halftime.
And I think both coaches go into the locker room with some sense of momentum. And this game hasn't gotten away from TWU, and Coach Phillips is excited that she's going in with a good lead.
Our courtside reporter is with assistant coach Taylor Hill. Kristen, how's Taylor Hill feel about that first half?
Thanks, Adam. Coach Hill, Texas Wesleyan came in strong this first half. What adjustments need to be made to secure a win today?
Yeah, we knew they were going to come in with a lot of momentum, having won the past 2 games. We wanted to match that momentum, and that's what we're going to tell our girls. Keep getting those hustle plays on defense. Keep working the ball inside out to get those shots.
What are you going to be telling your girls in the locker room?
We're just going to keep telling them to keep fighting, keep playing defense. Like I said, get the ball inside out and hit some shots.
Thanks, Coach Hill, and good luck. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Taylor. I got to tell you, I'm a little jealous of Kristen. Whenever I used to give Taylor Hill interviews as a player after
She'd
at
run
halftime,
away.
She would run away and give one-word answers. She's matured.
That's back. Oh, absolutely. And she's a great coach. She's going to have a great future in the basketball coaching industry. She does such a good job helping Coach Phillips. But she was quite the player here at SAGU as well.
Absolutely. Very intelligent player, and it's, of course, turned into a very intelligent assistant coach here for Coach Phillips. Don't go anywhere. The Lady Lions leading 30-26 as we head into halftime in Game 1 of our battle for 287 doubleheader right here on the SAGU Sports Network. And welcome back. The second half is ready as we count down the final seconds. SAGU still leading 30-26. Of course, there you see the halftime set stats. The Lady Lions shooting 57% from three. And that is pretty much the big reason why they have this lead as we are underway, as the Lady Lions have the first possession. Lexi Rich taking it from Kiara Glenn. Kenzie Martin in that first half was unstoppable. And here she gets an offensive rebound and gets fouled. Kenzie Martin's going to go to the line. She already has 14 points tonight, and she has proven to be one of the best free throw shooters for this Lady Lions team, as she's going to go to the line here for two. First shot is up and is good. Kenzie Martin dominating this game so far. Second free throw's up and it's good. Kenzie Martin now 16 points on the day. Gives SAGU a 32-26 lead. Kicking it out, the three-point shot on the way, no good. Clanks off the side of the iron. Ebony Colbert with it now, over in the corner, looking to beat this 3-2 zone now, and Dottie Diggles looking for Kenzie Martin down low, throws it over her head, and that's going to be a turnover. Texas Wesleyan ball. Ciccarella kicks it over to Adriana Davis. Here's Lexi Burns in the corner. Lexi Burns 6 points in the first half. Gleason over to Ciccarella. Guarded by Martin. Three-point on the way from Ciccarella is good, right in the face of Kenzie Martin. Ciccarella has her 6th point of the night. Cuts it to a 3-point lead, 32-29 for the Lady Lions. Looks like they're trying to set up Kenzie Martin down low here. Kenzie kicks it out to Colbert, down low to Diggles. Fakes and then stops, up and good. Dottie Diggles with her first point of the night. Finally able to get one to fall. She's had a couple of good looks and just has not been able to find the mark, but now Dottie Diggles finding her way into the scoring column, getting on the board. Gleason for three, no good. And then a rebound for Texas Wesleyan. Nobody in position to bring that one in. Ciccarella for three, no good. Dottie Diggles fighting for the rebound, and down hard that time was Adriana Davis, and she's not gotten up. She was fighting Dottie Diggles for that rebound, and looks like she had pretty good position, but just fell down hard as she was unable to keep her balance. And she has to be helped up. It looks like she's going to be okay, but Coach Tracer's going to get somebody in the game for her, and that is going to be Felicia Fuller, as she took a nasty spill there. Here is Kiara Glenn with the Lady Lions up 34-29, 5-point lead. Glenn, good drive to the basket, up and good. Kiara Glenn just kind of dribbled her way around the defense and found herself in pretty good position to get that layup up and in. Lexi Burns kicks it over to Fuller. Fuller, good job so far tonight creating kind of her own shots, creating separation. Here's Burns driving to the basket, the left-handed layup, good with some English off the backboard. Lexi Burns with her 8th point of the night ties her for the team lead with Felicia Fuller. Of course, both players having 8 so far in this game. 5-point lead for the Lady Lions. And then a turnover for the Lady Lions. Up comes Ciccarella, who's going to be met by Kiara Glenn. Fuller thought about it, driving on Diggles. Kicks it out to Horley, around to Ciccarella, over to Burns. Down low to Gleason, and that's who you want to get it to. No good, though. Good defense by Lexi Rich. Up the court, good pass. Dottie Diggles gathers, gets it up, and misses the layup. Dottie Diggles had all day to make that layup, and she just blew that opportunity off the good feed of Lexi Rich.
Well, you'll just find that Dottie Diggles has got a higher percentage from 13 feet than she does 3.
Nicole Gleason missing a pretty easy look of her own, and it's going to remain as a 5-point differential here. Kiara Glenn setting it up down low to Martin, kicking it out to Lexi Rich, had room, driving baseline, contact, no call, and that's going to be a turnover, another turnover.
That was a lot of contact there in the corner. And she thought for sure she had something there, and to her surprise, nothing.
Sicarilla with the Lady Rams still down 5. Here's Horley. We're back to Sicarilla. Uses the Gleason pick and then goes against it. Now guarded by Martin. Good job by Martin to close out. Here's Lexi Rich. Gleason driving hard up and good. Count the basket and the foul. That's going to be on Kiara Glenn as Gleason drew contact to the body, and a good job to have the strength to finish.
I really like Gleason's game. She's such a smart player, handles herself very well, keeps the ball low. If you could see that again, or just watch her in the future, when she dribbles, she gets that left hand way down close to the floor, really protecting the dribble. Just a smart heads-up player.
2-point differential now. The Lady Rams find themselves down 2. Lexi Rich with a three-pointer on the way is long, no good. And here comes Texas Wesleyan, long pass ahead. Fuller comes down with it. Sicarella with the wide open 3, no good. And there's Fuller, gets blocked by Diggles, blocked again, but a foul, saying she got her on the head on the follow-through.
Yeah, and they've got to protect that three-point line. You'll see here. And the referee says he got her on the head, did the right things up top around the ball, but actually that swipe hit her on the head. But back to Sicarelli, you cannot leave her open. She's proven to be a purebred on the three-pointer line.
First free throw from Fuller is good. Second one follows through, 36-36. Driving with the ball is Kiara Glenn as Texas Wesleyan falls back after looking to have a little bit of a press there. Ebony Colbert had a shot at it and passes it up. Glenn is not going to pass it up. Three-pointers up and good. Kiara Glenn.
Good to see her make a long-distance shot. That's just going to improve her confidence and the way she's been in a little bit of a slump as of late. So she needs a pick-me-up.
Fuller blocked by Dottie Diggles. Diggles having a great game defensively. 3 blocks now on the day. Lexi Rich gets around the defender. Mid-range jumper is good. Lexi Rich is smooth shooter stroke there from mid-range. Back to a 5-point lead for the Lady Lions. Here is Sicarella. Down low pass, down baseline. Here's Fuller. Good job by Diggles, straight up.
Diggles just playing excellent defense this half.
Ebony Colbert with it now. Kenzie Martin has some room. She's going to let it fly. No good. And Kiara Glenn with the rebound and puts it up and good with the floater. Lexi Rich and Diggles kind of collided on that rebound and it landed in the lap of Kiara Glenn. Here's Gleason guarded by Martin. No good. Good defense by Martin. The Lady Lions, the last couple of possessions, very good on defense. Colbert elects to wait for her teammates to catch up with her. Now she's going to drive with the right hand. Good job by Ebony Colbert to get that up. Looked a little awkward going across the body, but
yeah, but she knew where she was. Good focus on the rim and got the shot up, even though she was out of sync. At least her body, she wasn't squared up, but made sure she got the good release and the right English on it. Sometimes that's difficult, and it was good to see. One thing I really like what we're seeing with the Lions here is that they're being scrappy, and they're earning it. They're getting those second chance buckets and the putbacks, and they're really earning it. It's not coming super easy, but they're still shooting a good, probably 50 or better % from the field, but they're still having to play defense and earn every point, which is good to see them get on that kind of run.
The Lady Lions are going to come out of this timeout with a 9-point lead, 45-36, and it seems that they have found some momentum on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. They have been so good the last few minutes here in the third quarter, especially from Dottie Daigles picking up a couple of blocks and some well-contested shots.
Absolutely, and like you said, it is, you know, you're clicking on all cylinders when both sides of the court are you're doing well and performing well on both sides. That's in honor of a great Minnesota win last night.
Both.
Both.
Here is Texas Wesleyan. Adriana Davis checks back into the game. Driving hard. Dottie Daigles, another good defensive play, but they're going to call her for the foul and the basket. Adriana Davis took it right to Daigles.
What a great move. She really sets it up right from the middle, found her lane, and just powered through some good Dottie Daigles defense.
Adriana Davis to the line to try to convert the and one opportunity. Free throw is up, and it is good. Adriana Davis makes this a 6-point game. And it looks like Texas Wesleyan is going to go with some full court defense. Checking into the game for the first time is Bree Wells for the Lady Lions, wearing number 21. Rich uses the Wells pick. It's going to be a foul against Texas Wesleyan as they tried to fight through the screen of Wells.
That was a great pick, actually.
Lady Lions with a fresh shot clock, just under 3:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Down low to Daigles, trying to set something up. Here's Colbert. And a 3-second violation again on Dottie Daigles. That's the second time that she's going to get called for that. Didn't leave the paint after she got rid of the ball, and that's going to get called every time. Davis kicks it over to Horley. Out to Sanchez, guarded by Lexi Rich. Back out to Horley. The lefty three up, no good. Rebound by Daigles. And finding Lexi Rich. And she gives it up to Glenn. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Lions. Daigles down low. Good find for Wells. And it's going to go the Lady Lions' way. Had a good opportunity there, just lost it. Fortunately for the Lady Lions.
Look at this great recognition and floor sight there by Dottie Daigles to create that.
Here is Lexi Rich. Down low to Daigles.
Love it.
She got position, can't get the shot to fall. Dottie Daigles got the ball deep in the paint there.
Yeah, and if we can see that replay once again, you'll see the positioning. She gets great position, but watch this right elbow. That's not actually a hook because she had both hands on the ball, but she did use the leverage of that right elbow to help her get around, and now the referee can see the contact, and it's going to that's going to be a foul every time. Great veteran play by Dottie Daigles.
Daigles misses the second free throw, and that's going to leave the Lady Lions up 7. Here is Sanchez, guarded by Rich. Good spin, trying to get down in the paint, kicks it out. And a good jump shot on the way, no good. Sanchez gets blocked by Lexi Rich. Lexi Rich from behind. Now here comes the Rich, long pass ahead. Bree Wells is able to find it and bring it in, but off of the knee of Wells. And that's going to be a Texas Wesleyan ball.
And this is something that when they watch this back in the film room, Lexi Rich is going to have to see that is just not the ideal pass right there. She had Ebony Colbert in lead all by herself on the left wing, and you got to make the good pass, the open pass.
Texas Wesleyan still down 7, just under 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Three-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim and no good, and a foul. They're going to call Lexi Rich, I believe, on this foul as she was fighting for position with Tommy Sanchez just got up underneath her. That's what's going to be the call. That is Lexi Rich's third foul of the game. Not something we're used to seeing that high of a foul total.
And that's true, but I'm going to tell you, you haven't seen her play defense in this position. She's playing against the big man. She's been guarding Gleason and all the big men, and which I really like. I like this move by Coach Phillips, and it's gotten Lexi more active defensively. And therefore, I think you are seeing more fouls, but that's because her load, her task load is greater tonight.
Evie Horley hits the three. Bree Wells gave her a lot of room to hit that shot. And that's not what you want to do for your Lady Lions, is give Texas Wesleyan, who's a good three-point shooting team, that much room. Rich thought about the step back. Here's Wells. Wells is going to get called for a travel as she took off before the dribble.
Yeah, a lot of just set up and try to make your move before you put the ball on the ground. They've got to start dribbling quicker. You can't just jump back. That's both feet leaving the floor and then make a move forward.
Bree Wells checks out of the game, and in comes Atunua for her first action here in the second half. Sanchez up strong, and it falls, was guarded by Lexi Rich, and she makes it a 2-point game here, 46-44. Still in favor of the Lady Lions. Glenn using that Diggles pick. Here's a mid-range jumper, no good. Diggles fighting for the rebound, can't bring it down. Up ahead, Sanchez is able to turn around in time to haul in that pass. And Texas Wesleyan, a messy start to this possession, but they look like they're under control right now. 2-point game, as it looks like they're going to hold it for as long as possible. Still about a 7-second difference in the shot clock and game clock. Benjamin over to Sanchez. Mid-range jumper, no good, off the front of the rim. And the Lady Lions have about 6 seconds to work with here. Glenn getting it up the court, 2 seconds. 1 second floater up and good. Kiara Glenn gets the count it. The layup at the end of the corner and the foul has a chance to put the Lady Lions back up 5, and this would be a big free throw.
Big time. And what a great fearless move right there. Maybe a little bit of question on defensive was set. I think Texas Wesleyan has a good argument there. Just didn't go their way this time.
Hits the free throw to end the quarter, and that is going to do it for quarter number 3, 49-44, a 5-point lead for the SAGU Lions as they head into this last quarter off a great shot through contact by Kiara Glenn at the end of the quarter. Clutch shot for the freshman.
Absolutely, great play. That's what we know. We've seen Kiara Glenn do that pretty much all season, just as of late. Last few games, kind of going into a little bit of a slump, but that's what you do when you're a freshman. It's harder to find your way. This becomes a mental game, and the earlier that you learn in basketball, for all you youngsters learning and trying to find your way in the game of basketball, just know that it's not all about talent. This game is 60-70% mental, and if you can fight through and really become a good mental player, you're going to be on your way to a fantastic basketball career.
And there we see a late start between MacU and Wayland Baptist.
Actually, I don't think a late start. We started early.
That's about 15 past 6. So if they were shooting for a 6:15 game time, maybe, but maybe about 13 to 15 minutes late on that game start. Again, the weather must be a little bit nicer up there as we are having some inclement weather heading our way.
Yeah, and we notice on the map just north to us, the upper part of Dallas is not going to get the bigger portion of the winter weather, at least storm. The advisory is for the southern part of Dallas County and down here in Ellis County and Comanche and all that.
So we will see how that weather turns out here towards the end of the night. But right now, the Lady Rams find themselves down 5 to start this fourth quarter. And the first possession is going to
Beautiful
result in
shot.
a three-point attempt that is up, and it's good.
The Rams really needed that shot. A big pick-me-up, a booster shot to start the fourth quarter.
Alicia Llewellyn is able to find her shot. Here is Atunwa, kicks it out to Meter. Meter finds Martin in the corner. Back out to Meter, down low to Atunwa. And she's going to take the turnaround, Jay. No good. Gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Martin. She's got a three-point attempt. It's up, and it's good.
Shot!
Kenzie Martin, another three. Wow! 52-47 as Kenzie Martin is just lighting up the three-point line, and another and one opportunity here for Texas Wesleyan as Alicia Llewellyn answers back after her three, drawing the foul on Meter as she kind of just stuck her leg out there. And she gets the layup to fall.
That was a fantastic move. Just got all the way around and followed through with her shot with a little teardrop and the soft back end bounce.
Llewellyn converts the and one opportunity, and the Lady Lions have to try to beat a full court press now. Up ahead to Meter was looking for, and it's going to be a foul on Adriana Davis, and she knows it. There you see Davis from behind pushes Kiara Glenn. Frustrated with herself was Davis. The Lady Lions holding on to a 2-point lead, 52-50. Meter with it. Looking for Atunwa, and that's going to be a little too long, out of reach of Atunwa, and it's going to be another unforced turnover for the Lady Lions.
That was weird. That looked like it went off of Texas Wesleyan.
Texas Wesleyan ball here, down 2.
Bad pass up top from the Lady Lions.
Had an opportunity to three-point to Davis. She didn't want to take it. Here is Sanchez in the corner driving, kicking it out. Here's Llewellyn's already hit a big three this quarter. This one not going to find anything as it results in an air ball.
Llewellyn just trying to take over the fourth quarter.
6 points already in the quarter for Llewellyn. And Ebony Colbert wants to check back in, but they're not going to let her yet. Here is Lexi Rich, kicking it over to Kiara Glenn. Glenn is trapped, gets it to Rich, and they got to try to find a way to get it past half court. Good pass, can't haul it in, was Davis. Kicking it out to Horley. Here's Davis on baseline. Good pass down low and converts. She was able to find Lorian Benjamin.
And that's Meter getting lost there in such a quick offensive set. Just couldn't find her man and didn't adjust to just take the open man. Sometimes when you can't get back quick enough into your set, you just got to take the closest man to you. And she was just looking around for the person that she is normally assigned and totally missed that open player underneath the basket.
And a timeout here for the Lady Lions. As they find themselves now in a new ball game, 52 all. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining for the rest of the game. But Texas Wesleyan, after the Lady Lions pulled ahead in that third quarter, Texas Wesleyan has battled back, and it's really come off the hand of Alicia Llewellyn, who has taken over this fourth quarter.
I think we can anticipate to see the Rams really sticking with this trap press, full court press. It looks like they're going to start off on a 3-quarter court and let them get the ball in, but that trap press worked very well. They're in man-to-man with a break-off trap.
And Lexi Rich is going to get fouled by Evie Horley.
And this is the tough thing. When you don't start off man-to-man in your trap right from the inbound, you let the other team get ahead of steam, and it's very easy to pick up a cheap foul.
Lexi Rich, long three on the way. Off the backboard, no good. Way off for Lexi Rich.
Poor shot.
Llewellyn finds Sanchez, thought about the three. Guarded by Rich. Here's Llewellyn, who has 6 points in this quarter alone. Benjamin kicks it out to Horley, back to Benjamin. Over to Llewellyn. Under 10, they've got 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Driving is Llewellyn, mid-range jumper is no good. Sanchez picks it off the back of Lexi Rich.
Wow.
And the second chance opportunity is going to fall for Texas Wesleyan. Lexi Rich looking for an over-the-back call, is not going to find it. And then the pass up ahead from Glenn, broken up, and now Texas Wesleyan in transition. And a foul on Kiara Glenn on the driving opportunity by Alicia Llewellyn, who's going to go to the line here for 2.
Watch Glenn just make a slight move over there to her right to try to get in front, and you're not going to pick up a charge. You weren't being clean into your vertical space.
And Texas Wesleyan has the lead, 55-52 over the Lady Lions, with a second free throw on the way here for Texas Wesleyan and Alicia Llewellyn. It's up and it's good. The Lady Lions the Lady Rams with a 4-point lead, as this three-quarter court trap has been working for them as they force some turnovers. Here's Rich.
And that is classic how you break the press.
Kenzie Martin was wide open for 3 and they missed it. And she's showing a little bit of signs of frustration. Here's Glenn. Going to get called for a travel.
Just one unforced turnover after another.
Glenn take her steps before the ball was dribbled, and that's going to be Texas Wesleyan ball, and they've got a 4-point lead with under 7 to play here in the fourth quarter. Alicia Llewellyn finds Benjamin. Benjamin driving out to Davis, who falls down but gets it to Benjamin. 7 left to shoot. Here's Llewellyn. Step back jumper is up and it's good. Beautiful jump shot by Alicia Llewellyn.
Wow, just decided to turn it on in the game right here in the fourth quarter. Kiara Glenn is just not seeing the passing lanes and throwing the ball away. That, I think, 4 turnovers out of the last 5 possessions.
And that three-quarter press defense has been working for the Lady Rams, as SAGU cannot figure out a way to crack that code. Here's Llewellyn, another step-back jumper. She's going to get fouled by Glenn, who did a pretty good job of playing some defense there. Was prepared for that that step-back jumper. We'll see if we can see the foul here. Looks like she got her on the shoulder on the way up as the shot was released.
Yeah.
Llewellyn's first free throw is up and it's good. Texas Wesleyan has built a 7-point lead now against the Lady Lions. Free throw is up and it's good, but they're going to call a violation against Texas Wesleyan, so do not count that free throw, and it's going to remain at a 7-point game. Taylor Sims checks into the game for Kiara Glenn to see if they can do anything to break this full court pressure. Ebony Colbert has it back out at the top of the key. Here's Kenzie Martin with a 3-point on the way. It's good. Kenzie Martin, another 3-pointer for Kenzie Martin, doing everything she can to keep the Lady Lions in this game.
Way too many possessions happening without Kenzie Martin getting a look or a touch to make a decision. She is shooting way too good in this game to isolate her or not isolate her for almost every possession. Got to give her more looks, and especially now that you're down, you're needing to really chip away at the lead. No need to panic, but gotta get some better stops on defense and create better opportunities on the offense.
Kenzie Martin on the day, 22 points, shooting 75% from 3, 6 of 8, and 7 of 10 overall from the field. Kenzie Martin putting this team on her back, trying to keep the Lady Lions in this game. Ebony Colbert with 11 and Kiara Glenn with 10. But a lot of turnovers here for the Lady Lions have allowed Texas Wesleyan to build this lead. Down low, up and in, tough layup for Evie Horley as she's able to take the contact from Taylor Sims and finish at the rim. The Lady Lions still down 6. Here's Sims trying to get around. Her defender, Lexi Rich now. Kicking it out to Kenzie Martin, back to Rich. Down low to Diggles, 10 seconds on the shot clock, up. And he gets fouled on the way up, and Dottie Diggles is going to go to the line here for 2. First free throw on the way from Diggles, in and out, no good. Second free throw is up from Diggles, and it's good. Now a 5-point lead. For Texas Wesleyan. Ciccarella eating up this game clock. Not going to make a move until 15 on the shot clock. Kicking it out, here's a driving layup attempt, no good, off the hands of Dottie Diggles. That was Felicia Fuller driving to the basket. You'll see it here off that left hand of Dottie Diggles. That's going to stay here with Texas Wesleyan, and they get a fresh shot clock. Gleason, who's been quiet in this second half, kicks it out to Fuller, over to Ciccarella. Lexi Burns driving. And Horley kicks it out to Burns, left-handed 3 on the way. Kenzie Martin fighting for position. Gets the rebound to Taylor Sims. Here's Colbert. Colbert dribbling all around. Looking down low for Diggles. There's Diggles, up and in. Dottie Diggles nails the close range shot, bringing the Lady Lions back within 3.
Great recognition there by Ebony Colbert not to panic and wait for something to set up, and Diggles, they're getting a lot of space in the paint.
Fuller with a long 2 is good. Felicia Fuller, the pure jump shot, finds the bottom of the net and puts this lead back out to 5. Kenzie Martin looking to get some room here. Here is Sims. Over to Diggles, to Lexi Rich. In the corner for Colbert. Colbert driving baseline, mid-range jump shots up, no good. Diggles trying to come down with the rebound, but it goes off her hands. And that's going to be Texas Wesleyan ball. Tough to call there, but it looks like it did come off the hand of Diggles. Here is Fuller, guarded by Kenzie Martin, driving hard on Martin, up and no good. Martin can't get the rebound, however, Fuller fights for it, and another offensive rebound, a second chance opportunity here for Texas Wesleyan. And not only does that keep possession here, it's going to take a significant amount of time off this clock, and the Lady Lions desperately need that time. Here's Lexi Rich off the miss. Crossing over, finds Colbert. Colbert is going to get fouled, and it looks going to be a blocking foul as she was dribbling around the defense.
I believe that's on Gleason. Only 2 on Gleason. Now, Colbert should have dropped that down. There was I know the whistle blew, but she didn't even attempt to make the pass. Had Dottie Diggles wide open there.
Here's Lexi Rich. She's going to take the 3. It's up, no good. Texas Wesleyan gets the rebound, and under 2:30 left to play here, and the Lady Lions just can't seem to find a bucket right now.
Yeah, and they're missing the wide open Kenzie Martin in the corner. They've got to be able to recognize where she is.
Kenzie Martin's going to get called for a reach-in.
Playing a little bit too much hands there, Kenzie Martin. If we can see that, you'll see she's reaching up, and right there, got her hand in. You couldn't see my telestrator there, but I was trying to show you that you just can't body check with the hands.
Fuller, a jump shot over Martin, no good. Lexi Rich with the rebound. 2 minutes left to play. Kenzie Martin with it. Dumps it off for Rich, and Rich looking for Colbert. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. The Lady Lions, another turnover here. And Texas Wesleyan taking control, a sizable lead here as time is winding down. It's going to be a 5-point differential here as Texas Wesleyan's up 63-58.
Well, no real reason to panic. It's still just a little less than 2 minutes. Plenty of time to make up a 5-point margin in getting into half-court setups. I don't think you have to take desperation 3-point shots or just start heaving up any shot that you think you have. But got to look to set plays up to Kenzie Martin. It's just she's been way too hot and has not seen the ball very much in the second half, and I don't think it's because they're playing extra special defense on her. Just a lot of not recognizing what's happening in the offense by the Lady Lions.
There you see the scoring breakdown here for the 5 on the court for the Lady Lions. Of course, Kenzie Martin leading the way with 22 points, 3 rebounds. Dottie Diggles 4 points away from a double-double. She's played well on the glass tonight, 15 boards for Dottie Diggles. And there you see the freshman Kenzie Martin, who wants the ball in her hands at this point and try to bring the Lady Lions back as they are just down 5. But a lot of turnovers in a row here for SAGU, including this possession here for the Lady Rams, came off a backcourt violation. And looks like they're going to try to trap the Lady Rams. And this is going to leave someone open. And a running layup up and in for Nicole Gleason. That's an easy bucket for Texas Wesleyan's leading scorer on the year, Gleason. Sims comes down with it. Kicks it out to Lexi Rich, looking for a 3-point attempt. It's up and it's good. Lexi Rich.
Lexi Rich showing that she's still clutch no matter what she's shooting during the regular game. Fourth quarter, Lexi Rich seems to be able to just dial that focus up just another notch.
Hits a big 3-pointer and then fouls the ball handler. It's going to be a 4-point lead, but Texas Wesleyan is going to go to the line here for 2 shots. That's Lexi Rich's 4th foul, so she's got to be careful if she wants the opportunity to hit any more clutch shots in this game. First free throw from Burns is up, and it's good. Boy, Texas Wesleyan's been so good from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, they're shooting very well. And you notice that their players, they have really good form shooting, just not getting all their buckets to fall. It's not because they're not good shooters, just being off the mark a little bit and not in your own gym, I think, is showing up today.
Make that 16 of 18 from the free throw line for Texas Wesleyan. Have only missed 2 shots from the charity stripe tonight, and that's a big reason why they have this lead. They are making the opportunities that are given to them.
Yep, absolutely. But the biggest reason that the Rams are in this position right now is because the Lady Lions have just easily given them so many turnovers.
I want you to take a guess in the turnover.
Well, here's what I know is that on Saturday against John Brown University, they had 26 turnovers, and it feels like just in the last quarter they've hit 20. So I would say somewhere close to 25.
Right now the turnover differential is 26 for SAGU, 5 for Texas Wesleyan. Lexi Rich gets it up and in, hits another clutch shot. She's going to have a chance here for a 3-point play to pull the Lions back within 4.
And you can see Lexi Rich, she really crashed from right there all the way in. And this is kind of a new role, I guess they're asking her to do, is she's usually out there in the perimeter not getting a chance to crash, but I think she's very effective, and you saw right there, she got the board. She is very powerful and can get that putback. So good move by Coach Phillips to get Lexi more involved down there in the paint.
Full court press here for the Lady Lions. It's tipped by Rich and then brought back in by Sicarella. Good pass up ahead to Fuller, and they get a quick bucket. The Lady Lions now down 5. Taylor Sims with it. Kicks it over to Rich, over to Martin in the corner. That's who you want with it, and she makes it! Kenzie Martin with their 25th point of the night. Pull the Lady Lions within 2.
And that's what the fans have been calling for all night. Get the ball into Martin's hands and let her just do damage.
Kenzie Martin now 7 or 9 from the 3-point line.
Great recognition right there by Lexi Rich, who was up top and able to see and hear Kenzie Martin yelling for the ball. You had 2 of your best shooters right there. You knew something special was probably going to happen.
Just under a minute to play here for between the Lady Lions and the Lady Rams, as you see Kenzie Martin's stat line on the day. Unbelievable, 75% from the 3-point line for the young freshman junior Kenzie Martin. Brings the Lady Lions back within 2. Now, John, if you're the Lady Lions here, do you foul or do you try to play out the possession on defense?
Well, there's still 53 seconds left, so you have multiple possessions. This ball is going to go back and forth several times. So I say not yet. You're only 2 behind. And, yep, good move here. Pull the defense back. Let them – they got to get the ball over the line at least in 10 seconds. And now put the pressure on. Don't double team any more than you have to. Really try to get this. And as you see, Kenzie Martin got beat there. Very fortunate they didn't get an easy look at 2.
Cigarillo blocked by Dottie Diggles. Huge defensive stop for the Lady Lions. There's going to be 6 seconds, should be 6 seconds on the shot clock. Right now it is showing off. You see here the ball comes off the hands. And there it comes back on. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Can the Lady Lions find it in themselves to play 6 more seconds of defense here?
Well, the Rams were very fortunate to find that ball land out of bounds off of a well-defended layup.
And the defense breaks down as Nicole Gleason finds herself wide open, making it a 4-point game. Taylor Sims wisely letting that ball bounce. There's going to be 23 seconds left. Colbert over to Martin. A long 3 from Martin. No good. Lexi Rich chasing it down and cannot get there as she goes crashing into the bench. And that's going to be Texas Wesleyan ball with 17 and a half seconds left officially, as that's going to be a timeout by SAGU. And with that missed 3-point attempt, now the Lady Lions do have to foul. 17 and a half left.
Yep.
They got to try anything they can here to get an extra possession.
You got to do it quick. You better to do it before the ball gets in bounds. Of course, you don't want an intentional foul of any sort, but definitely get an early foul. Keep as much time on that clock as possible.
Of course, each foul from here on out will result in 2 shots, as each team has 5 in this 4th quarter. Again, Texas Wesleyan leading 71-67.
I don't know if we could go back to that last breakdown and inbounds play by Texas Wesleyan, but it was such a well-executed play. Good pick. Stop right there. As you see right there, Gleason sets a pick. This pick is key to the whole thing working. And now you'll see this guy come over here, and it leaves Gleason wide open. Go ahead and roll it. You'll see how this pick right there on her guy, and Kenzie Martin just not seeing. Well-executed inbound play. That's drawn up perfectly by Texas Wesleyan.
Texas Wesleyan now with the ball on their own side, in their own half court. Lexi Rich going to defend the inbound, and SAGU's got a foul here. Not sure what Dottie Diggles is doing. A lot of time has come off the clock, and they still haven't fouled. They let 7 seconds go off the clock without a foul there.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, especially coming out of a timeout. I mean, the very first thing and the last thing that I'm sure was said was foul immediately. Do not let any time click off. And the easiest way to get a foul is just go up to the ref and say, "Ref, I got to stop the clock. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but I'm a foul."
Both free throws from Gleason good. She's got her average on the year with 12. Taylor Sims ahead, less than 10 to play. Breaks down to defender, getting it to Diggles. She puts the shot up, no good. And Texas Wesleyan gets the rebound, and they are going to walk away with a 73-67 win. A hard-fought battle for Texas Wesleyan, who's going to win their 3rd straight game, all within conference here, John.
Yeah, this is a tough slump for the Lady Lions. They're going to have to find some way to break out of this the slump, and one of the key ways is going to be just cut down on your turnovers. If you have 50% less turnovers, which would still be pretty high turnover, you get a win in this game. There's no doubt about that. They played very, very good when they played good. It was technically executed. It's just those youthful lapses of judgment during lulls in the game where they're just not focused in and not seeing the passing lanes and creating their own turnovers.
If you cut this screen, this graphic you're seeing here, if you cut it right before those last 2 lines, you would think the Lady Lions walk away with a win.
Absolutely.
But there you see 26 turnovers to Texas Wesleyan's 5. That is going to lose you the game, I would say, 11 times out of 10.
Absolutely. It's 100% given that you're going to walk away with a loss and 26. And that 26 number is kind of magical for the Lions. It was the number that the 26 turnovers against JBU, and they had almost, I think it's mid-20s, mid-low 20s against Bacone on Thursday. So they're going to have to find some kind of solution for that problem.
The Lady Lions dropped their 3rd straight. They're going to fall to 6-9 on the year and 3-6 in conference. And of course, Texas Wesleyan winning their 3rd straight. They're going to improve to 6-11 overall and 4-5 in conference. And there you see it, SAGU just now dropping out of that top 8 below that yellow line. So again, if the season ended today, SAGU, the Lady Lions, would not be in the postseason. But thankfully for us, this is a long season. We've got plenty more conference matchups coming your way, including Game 2 of our doubleheader for the battle for 287 between Texas Wesleyan and SAGU as the men get ready to tip off. John, this game's going to be exciting.
Very exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off coming your way in just under 20 minutes right here on the SAGU Sports Network.